I made terrible decisions, and then I made terrible decisions on top of my terrible decision. It just became a heap. Hey you, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again today. This is How to Improve Your Mental Health, part 22. Yep, we've been going strong for over 3 weeks now. Long may it continue. If you're here to work on positive mental health, then hit that subscribe button. We're going to need some love today in this room, so hit that like button, because talking about forgiving yourself becomes a heavy subject sometimes. The foundation of mental health. We've been talking about your relationship with yourself. Now we're up to the point in the videos where we're talking about self-love. The journey then passes through here, which is forgiving yourself. I said earlier on, it's a really hard subject to talk about, because who am I to tell you to forgive yourselves? Because I don't know what you've done or what it is that you carry these feelings around for. You know those feelings I'm talking about. You know them. You all know them so well. The guilt, the regret, the fear, pain, the envy, the anger, all of it, all of that we carry around, the remorse. We just carry around all this negative energy inside of us. Decisions we make in our life, actions we take in our life. Sometimes we do things with the best of intentions and it doesn't always end up going the right way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you have to forgive yourself. I know what it feels like to make mistakes. I know what it feels like to make terrible mistakes. And from that experience, from that learning curve, in my situation, I've learned that as a result of being able to forgive myself for various things that have gone on in my life, at various stages in my life, but most recently, some really big ones that I had to deal with. My part in things, I am very confident to say that it reduces a massive chunk of your anxiety. A massive chunk of the anxiety that you feel, a massive chunk of your stress that you feel comes from things that you're not even facing day to day. Definitely spoken about this in previous videos. You are a vessel, you are an energy vessel. If you fill that vessel with negative energy, the outcomes will always be negative. One of the ways of letting go of those emotions is to forgive yourself. This is truly how I rationalize things in my life. If they were supposed to have been, they would have been. Everything that happened brought me to where I am today. I'm supposed to be where I am today, hence I've had to have been on the journey I've been on. So for that, in terms of making those decisions and doing those actions, I forgive myself. I forgive myself for my part in them, because often I made those mistakes out of pure naivety, out of complete loss of control, out of fear, out of regret, out of retaliation, out of not being able to control how I responded to things. That's why I made mistakes. I made terrible decisions, and then I made terrible decisions on top of my terrible decision. It just became a heap. And then you think years later about how you could have avoided it, and it does you no good to ponder on it now. It's gone. I hope that whatever it was all those years ago, you learned a lesson from it, or you learned some kind of lesson from it. And you'll no doubt make mistakes again, and when you do, you'll need to learn to forgive yourself for those as well. I do really feel that until you do forgive yourself, you'll struggle to move forward in life. You can't move forward while you're carrying so much of a burden. You can't move forward while you're carrying all that extra weight, all that negative energy. You don't need it. It weighs you down. It's not doing you any good at all. The hardest time to grasp what I'm talking about is when you're really in the moment with the pain, with the demons. This video isn't for that moment. This video is for when you've worked through that pain, you've worked through the darkness bit of it, and you're trying to get forward now, and you are doing the self-reflection work, and you're doing everything that we've done from parts 1 through to 21 up till now. By the way, we're talking about how to improve your mental health. This is a series of 90 videos which start off with the basics, then they go into your relationship with yourself, and they're going to end up with your relationship to other people. So do hit that subscribe button if that sounds like the kind of stuff that you like to learn about. I love talking about human connection. I love talking about spirituality. I love talking about positive mental health. You know that already. All right, queens and kings, I hope you've learned in this video that forgiveness is a massive part of you moving forward. In this video specifically, I'm talking about forgiving yourself for all the things in the past that you might have done wrong, the things that you've done in the past, and release all that negative energy to make room for that positive energy. Is forgiveness. Forgive yourself. You deserve it. Who knows what situation you were in when you made that decision, but looking back at it now, it happened the way that it had to happen, and you can make peace with that. Okay, queens and kings, I shall take your leave now. Tomorrow I'll be back with the next installment in this series. Like and subscribe the video, because I love spreading this message to as many people as we possibly can. Big love and blessings. We all need a positive